Top 15 Best Offline Games for Android and iOS. There are a lot of amazing offline games that are useful when you're on holiday or traveling without an internet or cellular connection. Internet connectivity is not available. In today's video, we'll be looking at the top 15 best offline games for Android and iOS. Offline Android games are becoming on par with consoles and PC games in terms of fun factor and gameplay quality. Some come with a price tag, while some are free with the option of microtransactions. Many games need a reliable and stable internet connection to work, which renders them useless where we don't have any internet access. Games that require an internet connection are sometimes chock full of annoying ads and pop-ups that disturb the general gaming experience. Here are our best options for the best offline games for Android and all major genres. Altos Odyssey. Altos Odyssey is one of the newer offline games that require no Wi-Fi. It's a side-scrolling infinite runner. The entire offline game features countless desert comprised of ever-increasing challenges. After a brief introduction to this offline Android game's mechanics, you're left in a gorgeous world accompanied by a soothing soundtrack and eye-pleasing visuals. The objective of this offline game is to run as long as possible, while gathering all the prizes you can along the way. This is a good game to pass the time as you wait at an airport or a hotel lobby. But if you're looking for graphics or a storyline, this is not the game for you. The core gameplay of Altos Odyssey offline game revolves around jumping, performing backflips, and grinding on ropes to collect coins that you can use for upgrades. Bloons TD6. Bloons TD6 offline game is the latest entrant in the classic tower defense franchise. The offline game plays a lot like its predecessors. You set up towers along a road and defeat bad guys as they approach. The offline game counts 20 maps, 5 levels of upgrades, heroes, and 19 towers with 3 upgrade paths each. You also get a rich meta with plenty of individual tower boost for certain situations. Finally, players get numerous difficulties and a few different game modes. Of course, the game is playable offline. It runs for $4.99 with some additional and optional in-app purchases. Crashlands. Crashlands is a fantastically well-designed offline game that plonks your protagonist on a dangerous planet with a mission to build a base, defeat your enemies, and eventually escape back to space. The combat system is simple and fun. A streamlined inventory makes it easy to reap resources and craft your base and items. The story of this offline game is lighthearted, with plenty of tongue-in-cheek humor. For $6.99, Crashlands offers potentially infinite and addictive gameplay. Once you've beaten the game, you can simply make more content with the level editor. Crowd City. Crowd City offline game in one of the foremost trending games of Android. The best thing about this offline game, you can play that offline. There are few offline Android games that are so addictive as the game like Crowd City. When you play that offline game, I promise that you love it. Crowd City's offline game is very simple to play. You are using the random character that you can get the name of it. It will move along that other people, and every person you touch it become the clone of your team. To win this offline game, you have to make a big number of clones of your team capture another person and make them grow. It is a single-player offline game, and there are a bunch of AI-controlled components that you have to fight them. Crowd City is free to play, that's why it is in the best offline game list of Android. Grab your game on Play Store and enjoy. Crossy Road. Crossy Road features Minecraft-inspired graphics with trees, cars, and other objects modeled in a blocky design. Needless to say, Crossy Road is a great offline Android game that you can't afford to not have during long commutes. The gameplay of Crossy Road offline game is very easy. The player simply has to move the chicken in different directions using simple tapping. Be wary, as the heavy traffic and fast-moving trains will be your demise in Crossy Road offline game. The game has no actual time limit, but there's an eagle always lurking above the ground to make you its next prey. Eternium. Eternium will remind you of Diablo and Torchlight. It has unique, looks like swipe to cast control, and a player-friendly rule: no paywalls, never pay to win. Although it has some features that you get if you are playing online, you can play this game offline without a hitch. You can play as a mage or a warrior with a sword or an axe and learn new tricks to extend your attributes. Jump into the dark caves, explore forests, visit the moon to kill unknown horrible creatures amongst the craters and therefore the canyons. The offline game is a freemium game, but it's not aggressively so. It's one of the most successful action RPGs on mobile for a reason. Great Autosport. Grid Autosport is a racing video game developed by Codemasters, and Grid Autosport is one of the newest racing games, and it has offline support. In addition, it's full controller support, an MT of content to unlock, and plenty of races to play through. The offline game is a full port of the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 version, with all of the DLCs included for the $9.99 price tag. You also get a bunch of race types, excellent graphics, and above-average gameplay. Minecraft Pocket Edition. Minecraft Pocket Edition offline game is part of one of the biggest-selling video game franchises ever. The mobile version of the beloved title won't have everything that its desktop PC counterpart does, but after a variety of years of frequent updates, it's pretty darn close. What Minecraft Pocket Edition offline game delivers is a huge open-world sandbox for the creation in slash or survival. You can play this offline game purely to craft impressive structures and mechanisms, or you can take on survival mode, where you must defend against enemy mobs through harsh nights, all the while exploring new items and creating stronger equipment. There are hundreds of weapons, items, and potions, as you might expect. However, the offline game is simple act of placing blocks, one at a time, to create structures that has kept its audience captivated since its launch, and what gives Minecraft its incredible replay value. The Room. The Room is the best offline game puzzle series on Android. 4 games, each crammed with unique objects that demand you twist, pull, and flick them into shape until you work out how to progress. Every puzzle is tactile, and every item moves in satisfying ways, whether you're cranking an old oven into life or reflecting lasers around a chessboard. That physicality creates a feeling that you're in a real space, rather than just a virtual playground. Hitman Go. Based on the hit stealth action game from Eidos, Hitman Go offline game offers a portable game experience in a turn-based puzzle game of the fabled franchise. The mechanic of this offline Android game is the following. First, the players will assume the role of Agent 47. Second, he must complete his mission of eliminating targets at every level with certain conditions. While a level is a design on a grid-based board with interconnected nodes and lines as the path of movement for characters. Third, assassination missions will need players to move Agent 47 next to the target node to accomplish. Finally, each level starts to become more confrontational as players progress further into the game. Due to its demand, Square Enix releases Lara Croft Go from the popular Tomb Raider series as the successor to Hitman Go. Subway Surfers. You may have played the game Temple Run, and the playability of this Subway Surfers offline game is identical to that of the Temple Run. In the game, you have to fly through the dangerous and abandoned train stations. In the Temple Race, you control your player using the accelerometer, but in this offline game, you will have to move the character between 3 lands, sliding your finger across the screen. It's fun to play the game. Get it offline and move your fingers across the screen. Traffic Rider. Traffic Rider is one of the best offline racing games. What you have to do, you have to go faster and faster to reach the finish line without crashing yourself. You play that in first-person camera view. You can do wheelies to get extra points and coins. There are many missions that you have to do to achieve that next level. This offline game has different types of game modes like Trials, Two-Way, and simple, endless runner games which never end until you crash. You have to complete the targeted mission to unlock the next mission. There are 70+ missions and 29 motorbikes in this offline game that you have to unlock them. The graphics of that game so realistic that it looks like you are riding that bike in real life. If you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing for more.